I was raised near the beaches of Southern California in the 1960s. In my junior high and high school, our pecking order in the society was determined largely by the depth of our tan. It was more important than our IQ, our GPA, or even our fashion sense. We never used sunscreen. In fact, we used oils that would attract the sun's rays like a magnifying glass. My, how times have changed. We've gone from being sun worshipers to actually solar phobics. Now it's stay out of the sun, lather up, and cover up. There's currently a great controversy going around tanning. We know that with statistics and studies, you can prove almost anything. So I'm going to play the devil's advocate for a moment, not that he needs my assistance. But isn't it a cruel joke that nothing on earth really can live without the influence of the sun, and yet today people are scared of it. They're scared because of the danger and damage that has been attributed to the sun. And I believe that has been largely over-exaggerated. And the healing and beneficial power which has been downplayed. No doubt, excessive amounts of sun can actually be damaging. It can prematurely age your skin, it can cause eye problems such as cataracts, and even skin cancer. The most common form of cancer is skin cancer. In fact, 1 out of 5 people will end up developing skin cancer at some point in their life. That's pretty scary if you ask me. From many years of clinical experience and reading the studies, I've noticed some things though, and recently Dr. Oz and Dr. McCullough and others have collected a mountain of data and given voice to some of the similar patterns. So let me share with you some of the benefits of an appropriate exposure to sunlight. Number one, it helps you feel more positive. It decreases depression and anxiety and actually increases the quality of your sleep, all by increasing the endorphins and the serotonin and melatonin which are in your system. It increases red blood cell and white blood cell quality and quantity, thus improving our immunity and energy. Research at the Center of Disease Control and Prevention have found that sunlight causes the body to create nitric oxide that it releases into the blood vessels, which has an effect of decreasing blood pressure. They believe that the benefits of decreased blood pressure on decreasing heart attack and stroke actually outweighs the risk of any form of skin cancer. Sunlight also functions as an antimicrobial, antiseptic for the skin, and actually helps with everything from acne to psoriasis. It helps to generate the formation of vitamin D, and this is a biggie. It's a huge topic in and of itself. Vitamin D improves the quality of our bone structure. It decreases inflammation. It fights all kinds of illnesses and helps us with generally improving our health. But this has become the most common deficiency in America with the hide from the sun mentality that is existing right now. In that, sunlight is a superior source of vitamin D than any supplement we can buy in the store. So the $64,000 question is, what is the appropriate amount of sun exposure? Apparently too little is just as bad as having too much. In fact, Dr. McCullough made a statement that over 1 million people die every year from a lack of sun exposure. He and Dr. Oz feel that 10 to 20 minutes of exposure to the sun each day without sunscreen will give you your daily dose of vitamin D. You see, sunscreen blocks the body's ability to produce vitamin D, and darker skinned people need more exposure to receive the optimal amount of vitamin D. Another rule is that pink skin may be the best, but sunburn should always be avoided. Now, Dr. Camel has become an expert in vitamin D, and he has found that there are 2 types of radiation in sunlight. The first one is UVA, which is the deeper penetrating, most damaging of the radiations. It's present all the time and even on a cloudy day. Now, UVB is the good radiation, and is the one that creates most of our vitamin D. It's most prevalent at midday. So, contrary to what many people are saying, noon may be the best time to get your sun exposure. I like what Galileo said when he said the sun, with all of those planets revolving around it and depending upon it, can still ripen a bunch of grapes as if it had nothing else in the universe to do.